Alright guys, it's Tuesday the 13th of September. We're just about at 7:30. So let's have a look at the Ftse. On Friday we had the very strong down day right here. Monday morning, basically what I was looking for is some sort of retrace of this price action. It didn't actually come until after hours trading. So after the Ftse closed at 4:30, the US markets pulled the price action back up, and that's basically the retrace that I was looking for. This down day and going into Monday, where we opened down here, and for some reason it's been called or it's been blamed on the Hillary Clinton's stumble while she was at the memorial service for September the 11th. Sometimes you just see the news trying to come up with any explanation to explain what's going on in the markets. It's just purely because they don't have any idea what they're talking about. It can be quite funny to sort of watch the news and try and see how they try and correlate what is going on. Okay, so put the fib level on this very strong downward move. Basically, the market has pushed back up into the 50% retrace. What I'm hoping is this market just doesn't just come off very strongly now. I would like it to come back up into the open, because this is the whole area that I want to watch for trades right here. It ties in with the 50% retrace. After this very strong downward move, people are going to be looking at this price action as a downtrend now. They're going to look to get into this downtrend on a pullback. These are the perfect areas to do that. The other thing we can see is when the Ftse did come down, it has bounced off of our sloping support line. In previous videos, we had the top line in also, which basically made this a downward channel. Other key area I want to watch is down here. It's these lows. It's tying in with the sloping support. Those are the main areas for me today. Just look at it on the 5-minute quickly. We can see where we are currently. I'm hoping the market's going to push up into this level right here, or this level right here, so I can get a short position this morning. I have to watch price action this morning and see what happens. There's no way to tell if it's going to do that, but that would be my preferred trades. And then really it's down towards here where I begin watching again. 6660, 6644.6, because this is the sloping support line. Okay guys, so we'll come back at the close of this market. We'll have a look at what happens. I'll take you through the trades for zone traders, and I'll go over what it is meaning, or what it is suggesting for the market moving forward. Okay, so we're currently long in the market. First thing we can see is the Ftse came off of these levels, which is levels I was watching early morning. However, I just didn't get any signals that were there to enable me to get into this market. There was nothing there telling me to get in. But the move came in as expected, came all the way down, and it's bounced down here. I didn't get in long down here after such a strong move down. Again, there wasn't any signal. When this happens, it can be quite frustrating. But I'm of the belief that it's better to wait for the perfect trade, the trade that sets up and aligns with all of your confluences, rather than just jumping into the market every time you basically see a signal at a zone. The market has then came up strongly. It's pushed up here very strongly, completely uninterrupted, bullish run. It's then paused with very little sell-off, and it's pushed up again very strongly, came straight out of this zone. After it's broken the zone, we have returned, like so. As soon as this happened, I was looking for a buy signal, and I was looking for the market to give me a little bit of confluence, a little bit of a clue that it was still slightly bullish. Got that right here at 1240, which I also took as my entry signal. 1235 was a pin bar. 1240 was better for me, and I've entered above the high of this candle. So I'm just watching the market now, watching how it's going to react. And really I'm looking to get it up into 6,721 would be a management point. And then I'll see how the market reacts at those levels. Okay, so the market has came up into the 6,718 levels. It has then turned around, it's came back down. It's still reacting in the zone. I'm still more than happy to be in this trade with the expectations of this market coming up into these levels, really at a minimum, where I will be looking to close partial profits and then run profits further up, likely into the sort of 6,230 levels, potentially the zone above. And I'm just watching how the market's reacting now that it's came back down into here. It came back down relatively on a relatively strong move after forcing its way up. However, while still in this zone, trade's still valid. I'm still happy to be in it. Okay, so the market has reached the 6,721 area. For me, that means close partial profits. 75% of profits have been taken. Now, the reason I was happy to stay in this trade as I seen it coming down here is because looking at this move right here, I knew after this bullish run up, we fell away. We then pushed up once again and we started to see these reactions once again. I knew traders would be looking at this as a double top with the expectations of this market continuing a bearish move after seeing this early morning. So basically they've looked at this and they've decided that the market is in a downtrend for the day. They've seen it pull back, they've seen the double top, and they've tried to sell into it. For me, that did not invalidate my trade. I was expecting 6,721 to be tested at a minimum. The reason I'm still in the trade with partial position running is I am still expecting the market to come up even higher. The reason for that is the market has not tested this zone up here today, which is where I expected the very strong sell to come from in the morning. We actually opened down here at 8 o'clock. You can see the market spiked up a little bit and then fell away. But we've made no real attempt to get up into this level. So for me, that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this market to push its way up into sort of 6,730, maybe just a little bit below. The only thing I'm watching now is for reactions at 6,721, and also bearing in mind that the American markets open in 10 minutes. Quite often they can send the Ftse in a different direction, and they can also cause a spike in volatility. Okay guys, so I've closed the rest of this trade out. As you can see, we've pushed up, rejected off of 6,721. We've pushed up above 6,721 and then closed below it once again. And we are now only 5 minutes until the US Open. So for me, more than happy to close this out at the target of 6,721 for the full trade. Okay, so I'll come back at 4:30 and we will have a look at the rest of the market. Okay, we're at 25 to 5. The Ftse is now closed. First thing we've seen is on the daily time frame, we've had another strong down day. We're just at these 6,660 levels currently, which are lining up with 4-hour support, which I will show you when we drop down the time frame. Breaks below this level now are very negative for the Ftse. We'll likely see sort of 6,620 if we come through these levels, with next strong support being all the way down at 6,500 to 6,530. You can see right here, if we start coming through these levels, that's really what the Ftse is going to be doing. It's going to be heading down towards 6,620s and breaks below there, and we're going to see 6,500 tested again on the Ftse. You can see right here, we've had this sloping support line, which the Ftse has been bouncing off of. We've bounced off over here and shot up, and we're coming back down once again to test it. Breaks below here, below this level, are going to be very, very negative. If we look on the 5-minute time frame, we'll go through the price action from today. And we sold off in the morning from this zone that I identified as one of the high probability zones I wanted to watch. The Ftse just didn't get up there after the 8 AM open, and it just sold off straight away. When the market came down relatively strong into the next zone. I skipped this buy position because of the strong sell down into it. I wanted to wait and see what the market did. Just like I skipped this sell position, we had the strong push up right here, including engulfing candles to the bullish side. We then get up into the zone. I wanted to wait for price to slow down before I took any sort of sell positions. The market then breaks out, returns, pushes up. I got into a long position after the 1240 candle, aiming for the 6721 as per the live trade. The Ftse came up, came back down again. You got more confirmation that this level was holding, and then we reached target. I exited the final 25% of the position when the Ftse failed to break through on the second attempt at this level. Something to go over with this. The Ftse came down here. I skipped a buy position. I skipped a sell position. I would have skipped another buy position down here unless I'd got a little bit more confirmation that the bulls were starting to step into this market after we'd broken through this level. It's really important to, when you're trading, to be selective like this. If there had been no setups today, like no trades whatsoever, I would have not attempted to get into the market at all. I wouldn't have forced anything. I'm more than happy to skip a trading day if that is what is necessary. You know, the important thing about trading is not your next trade. It's not, you know, it's Tuesday, so I need to have a trade today. I need to make X amount of points, X percentage on my account. Trading is all about long term. And the only way to be a long-term trader is to be selective and to be disciplined. If you're not going to do that, if you're going to get frustrated, if you're just going to jump into the market because it's an almost trade, you know, this almost lines up with everything, it's looking good, oh look, the market's starting to move in my direction, I'm going to jump in. If you're going to do that, over the long term, it's, well, first of all, it's not going to be sustainable, but the worst part of it is that sometimes it does work. And because it works sometimes, you develop in your subconscious sort of an acceptance of breaking your own rules. Because it's worked once, you're likely to try it again, and over the long term it is not going to work. You don't have a rule set to follow, and because you don't have a rule set to follow, you are not going to succeed long term as a trader. Okay, so looking at the market after that, really nothing else happened to note. And the main thing for me looking at is the fact that the market was weak once again today. It didn't even manage to get up into these 750 levels. I want to see tomorrow if we can, or if we open below these levels, or if we open very close to them tomorrow, I'm going to be watching for breaks. Breaks of this level, sloping support line, are a very negative sign for the Ftse. Okay guys, hopefully that was helpful. I hope you all have a good rest of your trading week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.